touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it.
Well, good morning, Sigma race fans. We come at you here live today from Meridian Speedway in Idaho, Meridian, Idaho. This is round one of the full Send to Cup chase for our Bridge to Cup series. Only one driver will win the championship and earn themselves a chartered ride in the Cup series next year. And so it should be a good one. 208 laps is going to go by pretty quickly. You might be noticing some of the new stuff in our broadcast here. We've got some new tools at our disposal. As you can see already, starting to see the points as they run live. Currently, you're up. You get to see the new graphics up above for the ticker. It's all kinds of fun stuff here going on. But as you'll see in the bottom there, based on their running order as they are being updated throughout the day here, points will keep actively moving around the board. So rolling into today, Gage had the points lead, but because of qualifying, as you can see, Snake Plissken jumps to the top spot there. Joey Johnson in third. Sebastian Galloway Jr. holds serve in fourth. Shy Turtle, pole position here today, a big game changer there if he can get up front and stay up front. So let's get through the rest of your starting lineup here for the 208 laps here tonight. You got your front row, Shy Turtle and Snake Plissken, followed by Joey Johnson and Sebastian Galloway Jr. Then it's Gage and Tim Morse. Santi Messi and Billy Lovejoy, followed by Finlay Herwig and Ralph Oberstadt. Alex Sanvital and Lefty Turner. Sarah Taylor and Chase Kovacic. Timothy Buchanan and Chris DeCower, Trevor Vaden and Jonah Burridge, Alan Malcolm and Campbell Marsh, with Jack Davis, Cam Jordan, Kat Durham, Jeffrey Gerald, and Jason So rounding out the field. Field's only big enough to allow for 25 cars on the field here today, so it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers have here today on the short track.
All right, boys, coming at you. Let's make it a go, man. Let's have some fun.
And we're rolling for the chase opener here tonight in Meridian, Idaho. It'll be a quick one. These drivers do get a midway break at lap 100 if we don't see a caution between here to then. If we get a caution at lap 50, then we will just run it through after that. But if we go caution free up to lap 100, whatever else happens after lap 50 will be that kind of midpoint break here today. Already dropping backwards, you have the 99 from the front row, falls back here into fourth as Snake Plissken's up front leading this thing. Second place, Sebastian Galloway Jr. always the bridesmaid, never the bride, has not yet won here in Bridge to Cup, but won the regular season championship on consistency. So rolling into today, he could potentially put himself in a scenario where he could Matt Kenseth this thing. It'd be interesting to see what he's capable of pulling off here this championship run. Tough part is going to be me keeping up with all the points as they run here on my separate screen. Kind of a work in progress, but it's going to be fun if we can get this all working out the way it should. Santi Messi's worked his way up to 4th already. Shy Turtle fell from front row to 5th. Ralph Oberstadt's fallen backwards to 12th. And Krista Cower on the move. She's already up to 11th, trying to maximize. She's pretty good at these short tracks, so we can see her up front before the end of this thing here tonight. Cam Jordan falls back a spot to 22nd. Campbell Marsh up a couple spots into 17th. Krista gets passed over by Ralph there, who gets up a spot into 11th. Lefty Turner up to 9th. You should see the points update there on the bottom as we posted that update there. Still, not much at the front has changed. Pretty much follow the leader here. Snake Plissken up front leading the most laps so far because he is the only one to lead laps. 13 in, plenty to go. 3rd place, Joey Johnson. 4th place, Santi Messi. And 5th place, Cannon Gage. Followed by 6th now, belonging to Shy Turtle as he drops back another spot. Cannon Gage holding serve in 5th. All of our championship drivers now in the top 20 as Cam Jordan finds himself up to 19th. Looks like there might be a battle brewing here for your 4th position as Cannon Gage is reeling in Santi Messi. Battle up front as lap traffic is starting to factor in here. That is 16 of Jeffrey Gerald, gone a lap down already, and Snake Plissken is picking them off one by one. Top 6 are all chase contenders as Plissken, Galloway, Johnson, Messi, Gage, and Turtle, your top 6. Ralph Oberstadt settles into 10th here. Lefty Turner in 11th. He's dropping backwards. Krista Cower in 12th still. Chase Kovacic up another spot into 14th. Cam Jordan gets by Campbell Marsh for 18th. As that drops Marsh back 2 spots into 19th. At the moment, Snake Plissken just kind of setting off into the sunset. He's actually going to put Campbell Marsh at risk of going a lap down here. One of your chase contenders. So far, no cautions through the first 26 laps, and as I mentioned earlier, if we get past lap 50, any cautions that come out then will basically be our halfway break. Campbell Marsh right now falls back into 21st. And a lap down. But look at that, who's up to second? The 82 gets by Sebastian Galloway Jr., knocking him backwards. Sebastian got stuck up on the high side and falls all the way back to 5th. Hits the traffic wall here and falls backwards. That's going to shuffle the points up quite a bit here as some movement in your top 5. So Sebastian falls all the way back to 6th here because of lap traffic. And as you can see, points change there. Up to 2nd now in the points. Joey Johnson can engage 3rd as Sebastian falls from 2nd back to 4th in the points. Snake Plissken losing the lead. New leader, Joey Johnson here. Joey Johnson swapping the lead with Snake Plissken, which this could be a big game changer here. Joey Johnson still 2nd in the points, but he's closing that gap now. Led most laps, could still be a factor here as a big change in the championship. And Santi Messi running 3rd, Shy Turtle in 4th. Santi Messi making some ground up here still. Ralph Overstat on the move. Ralph up to 8th. Look at him picking up some short track position here tonight. Oh, now up into 7th. We have 7 drivers in the chase running in the top 7 now. Battle up front, though, is worth all the price of admission as Joey Johnson leads the way, followed by Snake Plissken. 3rd place, Shy Turtle in that new paint scheme here today for Cording Brothers Motorsports. But look at Galloway coming back. He wants to bounce back. He feels like he was done wrong by getting stuck behind the lap traffic there. For whatever reason, Gage continues to stay in 5th with all the movement here. Galloway up to 4th. Shy Turtle into 3rd. Santi Messi sitting in 6th. So Santi jumped up and then fell back again. He got stuck behind the traffic as well. And you can see the live timing and scoring is so awesome with this new ticker. You can see the ticker kind of moving, the numbers fluctuating as real live timing and scoring is being tracked here for the first time in Sigma Cup history. Gage gets up to 4th, knocking Sebastian back to 5th. Plissken's got that points lead. The rest of them want it. Gage in 3rd, Sebastian Galloway Jr. in 4th, Shy Turtle running 5th in the points. Some of your non-chase drivers, though, could really be spoilers during this championship run as you look at drivers like the 28 here of Billy Lovejoy. He has a teammate in the mix, so I'm sure he wouldn't get in the way or interfere with Joey Johnson's shot at a title here. Then we got our first caution here with 162 laps to go on lap 47. This does not count as that break that I was telling you about. So we will keep rolling here until lap 100 and still implement that that midpoint break. Do modern double file restarts too, so that we got those enacted. So there we go. We got a little bit of a break in the action while I can sit here and update our point totals at the moment. So Cannon Gage running in 4th. Snake Plissken is running 2nd. He has fastest lap in the race. You can see that little green check mark next to his name on the top 5. That means he's got fastest lap in the race. Joey Johnson is leading. Sebastian Galloway Jr. has fallen back to 6th. Furthest back he's been here. What exactly brought out the caution is the big question here. Oh, I think we see it right there. Krista Cower, championship leader, well not leader, championship contender, spins out the 16 of Jeffrey Gerald for the quick caution here. And we are going to get ready to go back to green. It's so fast and frantic here, you really don't have time to think. Lefty Turner has made his way up to 10th. Santi Messi is running 5th. Krista Cower in 11th as Chase Kovacic's worked his way up to 12th. And live points yet again updated here. But there you have it. 82 gets a good jump here. The 40 and the 45, those are lap down cars on the inside line. 3 wide with 2 of your title contenders, the 84 of Santi Messi and the number 2 there of Cannon Gage. Oh, wow, the 3 making up some ground here on the restart. Ralph Oberstadt moving his way up into 6th. He sees the opening. Can he make some moves here? Old school short track racing, lap traffic is no help to any of these racers. We could see yet another caution. If we see a caution, we will consider that the halfway break. We won't throw a later caution at lap 100. But look at all of that. 3 wide with 2 of your lap down cars. The 2 of Cannon Gage sticking it in there, trying to steer clear of any trouble here. Staying green, no caution. Everyone's keeping it clean and green. Your top 4 really haven't changed. Now we have a new 5th place driver, Billy Lovejoy, as Cannon Gage falls back to 6th. Billy Lovejoy gets by Santi Messi. He is on a move. Like I told you, some of these non-title contenders could be in the mix here for kind of spoiling the party. Cannon Gage now up to 5th as that drops Santi Messi back to 6th. Krista Cower all the way up to 7th. Holy cow. And, oh, wow, we're wrecking right there. So this will be that halfway caution I was talking about. We will 55. Oh wow, so Shy Turtle just dumps him here to bring out the caution. And man, Billy Lovejoy nowhere to go. Makes contact with the 55, so let's try to do this. We'll give a wave around to our lap down cars so we can try to have some clean starts here. And as we're under caution here, let's get those points updated. So Joey Johnson now has almost led most laps. That's going to swap hands here as the bonus points go in his direction for leading most laps at the moment. Cannon Gage running in 4th now. Sebastian Galloway Jr., holy crap, where did he fall? 4 to 12. Ouch, hard hit there for your regular season champion. Shy Turtle still running in 3rd. Ralph Oberstadt has fallen back to 10th. Lefty Turner running in 14th. Santi Messi is 5th. Krista Cowart 6th. She's a short tracker right there. She's been working on it here today. Chase Kovacic is up to 13th. Campbell Marsh still in the 20th position. Cam Jordan running 17th. Three more points in the favor of Joey Johnson. Look at that, the 28 blows by your race leader. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe a black flag for bad restart. 82, Joey Johnson had to pull down pit road, so now Snake Plissken back to the lead. We're under caution once again. What happened? Man, short tracks are there's a lot going on in a little amount of time. And I think there was just a botched restart here. It doesn't look like there's any wreck necessarily, but everyone oh wow, the 18 has a mechanical failure right on the apron there, and had to get towed back to pit road. Another pit stop here as well. Snake Plissken had to pit from the lead. So new leader, Shy Turtle, followed by Cannon Gage. Some wild stuff going down right now. Yeah, must have been a mechanical failure for the 82 because he even fell a lap down here. Yeah, I'm trying my best here, folks, to keep up with all the craziness. Seems like there's a lot going down at the moment. More drivers getting trapped a lap down. We'll give them the lap back on the restart, I guess. 18 just says retired, so I don't know what happened with the 18 car. Yeah, we're getting everyone back on the lead lap here. It's just taking a minute. Yeah, they're trying to get back into well, just good old-fashioned short track shenanigans, I guess. 99 had a bad start as well, so they are pulling it down. Don't know the logic here. I don't know what's gotten into the racetrack NR2003 doing its weird stuff again. This was a kind of an unknown track, which we might make up for this by adding a race to the calendar if we have any problems like this tonight. Yeah, and we're gonna have to do the laps back for everyone because they keep going back to caution here. Krista Cowart has cycled around to the lead. Okay. Well, we are stuck in a perpetual cycle of cautions here at the moment. We're going to make it right. I think the culprit might be the double file restarts. Should have known better that, ooh, a flat tire on the 81 of Snake Plissken. When the day gets bad, it gets worse. Now, in the meanwhile, with this weirdness, let's go ahead and update the standings. Ralph Overstat works his way up to 5th. Holy cow. Krista is now led a lap. Sebastian running in 7th. Chase Kovacic running in 8th. Lefty Turner looks like he's running in 11th. Campbell Marsh running in 13th. Where is the 82? Is he stuck on pit road, I wonder? Yeah, so it went bad for Joey Johnson here, it seems like. They have not gotten that car figured out, making repeated trips down pit road. They got something wrong with the 82 machine, and that might be his day all day here. So back to the racing action up front. We got a battle for the lead between Krista Cower and Santi Messi. Look at that, the 84 making the dive on the inside of the 98. He's looking to go for the race lead here. And new leader, the 84, Santi Messi, makes the move there. As Krista Cower falls to 2nd. Running in 4th is Ralph Overstat. 7th it is Chase Kovacic. 8th place it is Lefty Turner. 9th place, Sebastian Galloway Jr. And 11th, Campbell Marsh. 16th, Shy Turtle. And looks like Cannon Gage making his move back up through the field up into 17th. As Cam Jordan is 19th. Snake Plissken is 21st. And your points are going to look way different now. If you look now as it's scrolling at the bottom, all the points have officially been reapplied here. So the remaining stats should be updated again here on the top. It was kind of falling behind there. Joey Johnson is 3 laps down right now, as some of the names were kind of shuffled backwards in the wrong spot. Cannon Gage is actually in 16th. And we're in the midst of it here, folks. It's anyone's game here tonight. Oh, and there's a wreck happening above. Your leaders here staying green. Nope, we went full-blown caution here. What happened? What brought out the caution? Oh, wow, 45. Sarah Taylor, she was having a decent run here up at the top top of the field at one point. Gage just ran her off the track, wanting that caution to come out so he can try to make some of his spots back up that he lost through the transition of the night here so far. So back under caution for the 5th time here at Meridian. And maybe now we can kind of get caught back up from all the craziness that has been here at the beginning of today's race. It's good old-fashioned short track racing, folks. I love it. Santi Messi leads this thing. 82 needs a wave around. Get them out of the way of your leaders here so they can negotiate the restart together. How about Campbell Marsh making his way up into the top 10 here for the first time today? Chase Kovacic doing solid, staying in the top 10. Krista Cower running 2nd. Santi Messi leading this thing. Lefty Turner has worked his way up to 6th. Ralph Oberstadt, man, 4th. Shy Turtle back up to 17th. Watch for this restart because it could get pretty crazy with some of those drivers that are fast in the back. Joey Johnson has been all the way back to 23rd. And we're getting back going here. Back rolling. Points as they run. Joey Johnson falls back to 4th in the points, where he once was leading the points. Santi Messi leading this race though. How about Alan Malcolm holding on? Oh wow, look at Finley Herwig showing up to the party now into 3rd place. Where did this come from? Good run by Finley Herwig as he's now up into the top 5, looking to make up some spots and potentially fight for a race win here today. It's been a rough season for Finley, and he's hoping to maybe make up for it with a good end of the season here during the chase. He didn't make the championship chase. Doesn't really need to since he's got a full-time charter in Cup already. But running 2nd right now, charging with the race leader ahead of him. Santi Messi's kind of clear track ahead, smooth sailing. Cannon Gage is falling back to 17th now, as Snake Plissken has worked his way up to 17th. Is another spot gain there by Cannon Gage, getting into 16th. Yeah, Joey Johnson in 24th. Sebastian Galloway Jr. works his way up to 6th. Shy Turtle running in 14th, making up some more spots. Ralph still running 4th. Lefty Turner up to 3rd. Krista Cower drops way back. The lap traffic was not kind to her, falling back to 8th. As Chase Kovacic works his way up to 7th. Campbell Marsh running in 10th, and Cam Jordan still running 21st. Ralph running in 5th there, falls back as Sebastian's on the rebound. He's all the way up into 4th as Ralph falls back to 5th. Now back to 6th for Ralph, as we got another new driver in the top 5, Chase Kovacic, making up some hay here. How about that? Gage up to 14th, making up some more spots. Snake Plissken now up to 14th. Wow, so the movement is fierce. These fast cars are on the move back there. what's going on here. Let's follow along with the number 2 and see his trajectory through the field. He's right now behind the 99 of Shy Turtle for 10th. He makes the move here, getting around Shy Turtle. Gets by for 9th place, so the points still updating as we run right now. Snake Plissken up to 12th. Joey Johnson in 24th. Sebastian Galloway Jr. in 4th. Shy Turtle in 11th. Ralph running in 5th. Lefty Turner still running in 3rd. Santi Messi leading the race. Krista Cower has fallen further back to 13th. Kovacic's fallen back to 6th. Campbell Marsh running 16th, falls way back there. So new points leader based on how they're running right now. Cannon Gage leads the points over Snake Plissken, who's running just behind him. They're kind of following a progression up the chain here together. We're following this battle right here as there's not much drama up front. Santi Messi has a 2.5 second lead over Lefty Turner, now moving into 2nd. Which moves Lefty Turner up into the top 5 in points. Sebastian Galloway Jr. moves his way up to 3rd, so gaining some ground. These lead lap points are going to be pivotal for these drivers. They need all the points they can get. So some of the slower traffic starting to cycle their way backwards here. Cannon Gage running in 7th. That's getting back to where he once was earlier here. Krista Cower works her way back up to 11th. Campbell Marsh, 15th. $80 laps to go. We've made it past the halfway point here at Meridian. I don't think we should have many pit stops as let's look and see. $193 laps, so anyone that has pitted already is done and good to go to the finish. That's why everyone that was kind of making those sporadic pit stops were trying to figure out when to make them at random intervals. It got them on the right strategy, and we are pretty much set to the finish line now. How about Chase Kovacic holding on to a top 10? Things have kind of slowed down a little bit, but I still feel like there's some ground to be made up with some of these faster cars that could climb the ladder here still. Snake Plissken waiting in the wings in the background there. Lefty Turner has 2.2 seconds to gain on Santi Messi, and I wonder if Santi Messi's dealing with some lap traffic ahead. Looks like everyone's dealing with a little bit of lap traffic, but Santi Messi's got a big advantage on Lefty Turner. Led most laps now belongs to Santi Messi, as he's led 51 laps and counting. Cannon Gage actually credited with leading a lap here today, so that's a bonus point that he gets, a couple bonus points. Shy Turtle with laps led as well. I guess I missed some of these lap leaders. Campbell Marsh with That's Krista Cower with laps led. Not being phased whatsoever with the lead here. Santi Messi continuing to deal with lap traffic and not have any troubles so far. Sebastian Galloway Jr. running in fourth as he's kind of caught up to the 41 here of Alex Sanvital. Ralph Overstat in the background might be able to catch up to these two drivers fighting for third position. And the number 2, Gage, running in 6th now. Chase Kovacic running in 7th. Another spot. Shy Turtle up to 8th. Alan Malcolm falling backwards there. Tie for 5th in the points there between Lefty Turner and Ralph Overstat. Oh, Snake Plissken makes his way up to 9th now. Ooh, look at that. Number 5 on the board. Gage back to where he once was here today. Running in the top 5 as he knocks back Ralph Overstat to 6th. Sebastian is still running in 4th, but Alex Sanvital right there around him. Gage looks like he shot out of a rocket. He is passing him left and right here. Must have got the fresh tires set up just right on this number 2 because he is rolling through the field. Wow, Krista's fallen back to 16th. That's probably the furthest back she's been in a while. Look at that. So Sebastian gets by the 41 to take over 3rd spot. Points are huge as it continues to swap hands around here. So much on the line. You got Lefty Turner not too much further ahead that the 95 could be dealing with here. You can see that 3-car fight between 3 of our points contenders. Gage, 5th on track, points leader at the moment. It's going to be interesting because for the most part, those that have not pitted may have been able to save enough fuel to go 208 laps here without pitting. Under caution, they were probably able to save at least a little bit of fuel, so I don't know how that's going to play out yet. But there were a few drivers that have pitted and are guaranteed safe to the finish line. So I don't know for the likes of, like, say, Santi Messi, who's leading this thing. Couple of the drivers here in the top 4 that may be at risk of having to pit before the end of this thing. Things have kind of settled into the follow the leader affair at the moment. Gage falls back to 5th here. Or actually, no, my bad. He hasn't gotten by the 41 quite yet. He's still been in 5th this time. We got ourselves a caution here at lap number 160 with 49 laps to go. This kind of sets up that perfect scenario for everyone to kind of pit and get things figured out here. What brought out the caution this time? Kind of flying a little differently here because I don't have the same ability to track like I could with the old ticker. Oh, ouch. Cam Jordan, or Chase Kovacic rather, runs into the 35 here of Cat Durham. Spinning him out, bringing a caution. The 44, who was in 7th, might benefit from a caution. So kind of wonder intentions there by the 44 could draw some. And SIGMA officials have handed out the decree that the 44 is going to have to go to the end of the long line here for avoidable contact. So he's going to go back to the last car on the lead lap for the restart. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get back and rolling. The 84 leads this race. We're back rolling. See up front here, the battle gets tightened up a little bit. The race lead, but they're having to deal with that lap traffic flow on the inside, which is always a pesky situation on the short track. As you can see, still stuck up on the high side. Now a little bit of clear track ahead. The 84's got some room to move. A little bit of change in your top 5 as it looks like Shy Turtle has worked his way up into 4th. Big pivotal move there as he's now up into the top 5 once again here today. Cannon Gage back to 5th. Sebastian in 3rd. Lefty Turner 2nd. Ralph Oberstadt falls backwards here to 8th. Snake Plissken still running in 9th. Krista Cower 13th. Campbell Marsh running 14th. Chase Kovacic 21st. Bad mistake for spinning out a driver, bringing out a unnecessary caution here today. And that updates your points once again here. 37 laps left to go. Some movement in your top 3 here. Cannon Gage on the move up into 3rd. Look at the charge here from Cannon Gage. He's got the 1 ahead of him. We know this number 2 is on rails here, and look at that. He's inside the number 1 for 2nd place. Big power move here from Cannon Gage. Rolled in with the regular season points lead, or the chase points lead after finishing the regular season in 4th. And here he is fighting for a win at Meridian in the first race of the chase. Lefty Turner falls backwards here to 3rd. And Sebastian Galloway, oh wow, Billy Lovejoy gets by. Lefty Turner falls back to 5th as Sebastian's fallen to 4th there at the moment. Shy Turtle running in 7th. Snake Plissken up to 8th. And Ralph running 10th now. So now the points are updating once again here. As you roll on the bottom, check it out. There's going to be some new faces in the top 5, I imagine. Cannon Gage, of course, still has that regular season points lead. Chase points lead. Snake Plissken in 2nd. Sebastian 3rd. Joey Johnson still in the top 5, but Shy Turtle now up to 5th. 2.4 seconds and closing. Cannon Gage has a fast car. Can he reach Santi Messi in the next 30 laps, or is he going to have to settle for 2nd? A lot of lap traffic separating the 2 of them, as you can see, the 40, the 68, and the 98. So Cannon Gage is going to have to make quick work of them. Snake's worked his way up to 7th. Joey Johnson into 23rd now. Sebastian running 4th. Shy Turtle now up to 6th. Ralph Oberstadt running in 10th. Krista Cower in 13th. How about that? Cam Jordan actually making up some spots into 18th now. Where did that come from? Just a battle of survival here. Lap traffic falling to the back, and he's been able to pick up a couple of the pieces. Look at that. Cannon Gage has caught up to the other 2 lapped cars here that are just behind your race leader, Santi Messi, but he's still building a gap here. Another 3rd car now between them yet again. But if the 2 can get by him in quick succession, 22 laps to go, he can still get something done here. Sebastian picks up 3rd here, dropping the lefty turner back to 4th. Man, every time he passes a driver, the 84 passes another one. 18 laps to go. Maybe a little bit of lap traffic still to deal with ahead, but it's not looking like the 2's going to have enough time here to make up the ground to catch your leader, Santi Messi. First chase race is about to be in the books. The Idaho 208 here tonight. 16 laps remaining here at the short track in Meridian. Most of these drivers did not know what to think because this was a great unknown. This track never run before in the British Cup Series. First year hosting it, and it's been an interesting one. Definitely some weird mistakes were made, but at the end, everyone else just got to race for it here, right to the finish line. How about the triumphant return of the 2? Cannon Gage climbing through the field all the way from the back after falling the lap down at one point. And 14 laps to go. He's in striking distance of your race leader, Santi Messi. All he's got to do is get around this 35 and throw a Hail Mary pass to try and catch that 84 machine. Just call the action for now, and I'm going to ignore updating the points until the end of the race. As you can see, Snake Plissken has worked his way up to 5th, which is a huge points difference. Him and Cannon Gage currently 1-2 in the points, so as the race finishes, I will update those points, but the ticker is going to be behind a little bit. So we are just going to carry on with calling the rest of the action with these 10 laps left to go. Only one retirement here today. Trevor Vaden had a unusual mechanical failure on the track where he had to get the tow truck out. Cannon Gage was starting to reel him in and has kind of fallen flat here. Snake Plissken picks up another spot, moving into 4th. Is Sebastian going to be able to hold off Snake, or will Snake start charging for a podium finish here tonight at Meridian? Movement throughout the field. Ralph picks up another spot, another point. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap at the end of this thing. Alan Malcolm falls back to 10th now. 7 laps remaining. 3 wide with your race leader right behind them. This could be trouble. Wow, they're staying 3 wide through the turns. The 84's got a front row seat to the chaos there right ahead of him. He catches the 8th of Campbell Marsh there and is able to get alongside of him, staying out of trouble, but man, that could have been ugly. 5 to go. '84 is getting held off by the 19, and he's going to get into the grass. Are we going to get a caution? Yes, we are. So we're going to go green, white, checkers. Green, white, checkers. One start here tonight. And holy cow. So I got to between right from your lead. Your leader actually was the one that basically brought out this caution. Got into the number, whichever car that was, I think, and spun them out off the pit road exit. So we got a little bit of SIGMA overtime here. Went ahead and I'm going to wave around the drivers that are in between your lead 5. That way on the restart, it'll be up to the top 5 to have the shot of a century to try and win this race. They're all going to be within the same striking distance. Lights are off on the pace car. It's up to your top 5 to try and make something happen here. Like I said, points, I'm not going to worry about updating them until the checkered flag. Restart rolling here for the last time tonight. It's a green-white checkered battle to the finish. 81 gets a great start there, up to 3rd. That's going to be a big points swing for the 81, who's right behind Cannon Gage for that points lead. White flag waving, one more lap to go here for Meridian. Cannon Gage under attack by the 81 of Snake Plissken. 84 driving away with it here, checkered flag in hand, waving for the 84. Santi Messi wins chase race number 1 here with a 2nd from Cannon Gage. 3rd from Snake Plissken, 4th from Sebastian Galloway Jr. Bringing it home 5th was Shy Turtle, as Lefty Turner bringing it in 7th. Ralph Oberstadt 9th, Krista Cower 12th, Campbell Marsh 16th, Cam Jordan 17th, Joey Johnson 23rd, and the 44 of Chase Kovacic 24th. Kind of hard to keep up with all the action on a short track like this, but we got to the end of it here tonight. Santi Messi, your race winner. So hold tight as I update the points here. Lead most does belong to Santi Messi. Cannon Gage did not lead a lap here today, actually. Bringing it home 2nd. Snake Plissken with 32 laps led, bringing it home 3rd. That's going to be a big points boost for him. Sebastian bringing it home 4th. Shy Turtle bringing it home 5th. Lefty Turner in 7th. Ralph Oberstadt was 9th. Hopefully y'all liked the live points as they ran, because it was definitely a lot harder to run through here. But I really hope it was rewarding, a very fun process to keep up with live scoring as they're running. It's not something I've ever been able to do before, But tonight I was able to figure out that it's actually doable, and it's really cool that we were able to make such a thing happen. Joey Johnson bringing it home 23rd, and Kovacic falls the furthest back to 24th. So, keep your eyes down there as it reaches the bottom of your points. Updated, as you can see, it just swapped Kovacic to 24th. Your points leader rolling into the next race by 1 point lead. Snake Plissken over Gage. Sebastian Galloway Jr. moves up 1 spot into 3rd. Joey Johnson falls back to 4th. Shy Turtle bringing it home 5th. Sits 5th in the points. Santi Messi moves his way up to 6th. Oberstadt, Lefty Turner, Chris DeCower, Chase Kovacic, Campbell Marsh, and Cam Jordan tail end of the points there. What's impressive is the fact that Gage rolled into this race with a 1 point lead over Snake Plissken. The table has flip-flopped, as now Gage leaves here tonight 1 point down from the guy that was sitting second right behind him, Snake Plissken. So 1 point lead now in the favor of Snake Plissken, as Gage had a great night. Didn't have a bad run. He actually made up the most ground here, coming back up to second, just short of getting up there to the lead. And Snake Plissken also had to charge his way through the field, just as Gage had to recover as well. So that's a win in my books. This track actually delivered. It was kind of some weird stuff at a couple moments there in time. But I would like to announce that we will officially add one extra race to the schedule for the Bridge to Cup title. We're going to be going to Tri-City Raceway as well, just like the Cup Series. Had to. I felt like we needed to make that happen. It's a 30-car field. We've got 30 stalls at Tri-City Raceway, so it just makes sense. Track that I built, I want to run it in all of our leagues, and we can get it done this year and host some of the best short track racing around with Tri-City Raceway. So additional race added, as you saw right there. I just made it 25 of 31 here in the Bridge to Cup Championship. That means there's 7 races for the title instead of 6, which definitely changes the points conversation, as every point still matters, but now it matters with 1 extra race on the calendar. So Santi Messi, that 84, ended up winning the championship last year with driver then Alex Crowther. Santi Messi follows in the shoe steps from the last season's driver to make it in the chase here and gets win number 1 here in the full Cinda Cup chase. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out here for the title.
Did you have any ignition problems?
Well, folks, that is a wrap for Chase Race number 1, full Cinda Cup Championship. It's going to be a good one, I already can tell. It's fun keeping up with the scoring. I mean, this was baptism by fire. It's hard to do this at a short track. Some of the other tracks, it'll be a lot easier because there might be 1 pass every 2 laps. Short tracks like this, there might be 2 or 3 passes in 1 lap for some of the drivers, and we saw that here tonight, where Gage was able to make up plenty of track position from the back end of the field. So we will get settled and sorted for the next race. I don't know when I'm going to schedule that one yet. This one kind of came earlier than initially projected. So hopefully the next race is sooner than later, because this one was special. Officially first race at Meridian, and it lived up to the hype. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. That is a wrap here today for Bridge to Cup action. Won't be doing any more this week, so enjoy your weekend, folks. Stay safe out there. Have a fun weekend. Enjoy this tail end of summer as start rolling into fall before we know it. But with that, congratulations to Santi Messi, and also congrats to Snake Plissken, who left here with a 1-point lead over Gage. We'll see you in the next stream. This is Jakester.